The truth about catnip, why some cats go crazy and others don't. Hello, FactSpark family. Ever witnessed your calm, dignified cat transform into a furry, rolling, drooling maniac at the mere whiff of some dried leaves? Or maybe your kitty just gives you a look that says, "Seriously, human? What is this stuff?" Today, we're diving headfirst into the perplexing, hilarious, and utterly fascinating world of catnip to uncover the truth about catnip, why some cats go crazy and others don't. This isn't just a plant, it's a tiny green enigma, and by the end of this video, you'll be a catnip connoisseur understanding exactly what's sparking those kitty rave parties or those blank stares. What exactly is catnip, the secret ingredient to feline fun? First things first, let's meet our star player, catnip. Scientifically known as Nepeta cataria, this isn't some exotic rare bloom. Nope, it's actually a humble member of the mint family, chilling out in Europe and Asia before making its way around the globe. Fun fact, its name might even come from an Italian town called Nepeti, where it was once a popular garden guest. But here's where the magic really happens. Tucked away in its leaves and stems is a special, super secret volatile oil called nepeta-lactone. This isn't just any oil, it's the unique chemical compound that's responsible for all those wild, wonderful, and sometimes wonderfully weird feline antics you've probably seen. And get this, humans have been in on the catnip secret for centuries. Before it became a kitty party starter, it was a prized ingredient in medieval herbal remedies for everything from headaches to fevers. 15th century English chefs even rubbed it on meats and tossed it into salads. While we don't have ancient hieroglyphs showing cats getting their groove on, it's a pretty safe bet that the ancient Egyptians, with their legendary love for felines, were probably among the first to introduce their beloved kitties to this leafy delight. It finally sailed across the pond to America in the 1800s, brought by settlers who knew a good plant when they saw one. The feline high, how catnip throws a brain party. So, how does this tiny nepeta-lactone molecule turn your chill cat into a full-blown zoomy machine? It's all about the sniff. When your cat takes a good whiff of catnip, that nepeta-lactone zips right into their nasal tissue. Think of it like a tiny key fitting into a very specific lock. Once it's in, it tickles special protein receptors, sending a direct signal straight to your cat's brain. We're talking about a direct line to the amygdala, which is basically their emotional control center, and the hypothalamus, the brain's party planner for all those wild behaviors. Here's the mind-blowing part. Nepeta-lactone actually mimics feline pheromones, those natural chemical signals cats use to communicate everything from "I'm feeling frisky" to "this is my spot." That's why it triggers such a powerful, almost love potion reaction, hitting their happy receptors and making them feel all warm and fuzzy, or totally bonkers. Now here's a crucial pro tip. For this euphoric brain party to kick off, catnip must be inhaled. If your cat decides to munch on it instead, the effects are a whole different ballgame. Ingested catnip is more likely to act like a mild sedative. Think of it as a kitty chill pill. And if they go a little overboard and eat too much, they might experience some temporary tummy troubles like nausea, vomiting, or even a case of the runs. So, sniff, don't scoff too much. Once that nepeta-lactone takes hold, prepare for the main event. Your cat might go into full-on sniff and destroy mode, licking, chewing, rubbing their face and cheeks against it like it's the best thing ever. You might see them stretching, drooling a lot, doing epic zoomies, or becoming super hyperactive. Some turn into chatty Cathies, meowing or purring up a storm, while others become unusually affectionate, demanding all the cuddles. And here's a fun twist. While many cats get energized, for some, it actually has a calming, zen-like effect. This feline fiesta usually lasts about 5 to 15 minutes, though some lingering good vibes can stretch to 30. After their wild ride, your cat will likely be temporarily immune to its charms for at least an hour, sometimes several, before they can get their groove back. So no back-to-back performances, folks. Even kitties need a cool down. The genetic secret: why some cats miss the party and others don't. All right, time to crack the core mystery. The biggest, most straightforward reason why some cats go absolutely bonkers for catnip and others just give it the side eye is simple: genetics. Think of it like a secret club. Sensitivity to catnip is an inherited trait, passed down from mom and dad like a special VIP pass. If a cat doesn't have the specific gene, their brain simply doesn't have the key to unlock nepidolactone's effects. No key, no party. It's that simple. So, if your cat isn't interested in the catnip craze, they are absolutely not alone. Roughly 50% to 70 to 80% of domestic cats actually respond to catnip. That means a good third to half of all cats simply weren't born with that genetic predisposition, and that's perfectly, wonderfully normal. Another little party pooper for some kitties is age. Kittens, especially those under 3 to 6 months old, usually don't react to catnip. In fact, some might even look at it with utter disdain. This is often because they haven't quite hit sexual maturity yet, which, as we discussed, is directly linked to how catnip mimics those feline pheromones. So tiny rebels, give them time. And guess what? It's not just our pampered house cats who get in on the fun. Many wild felines, including majestic lions, powerful tigers, stealthy cougars, bobcats, and even lynx, can also react to catnip, often with surprisingly similar playful or euphoric behaviors. Imagine a lion doing zoomies. Now that's a sight. Is catnip safe? Busting myths and tips for a perfectly good time. Good news for all you worried pet parents out there. Catnip is generally considered super safe for cats and is absolutely, positively not addictive or a drug. No kitty rehab needed here. The high they experience is more like a playful burst of energy or a blissful state of relaxation, not a dependency. While it's generally safe, remember, even good things are best in moderation. If a cat goes full-on buffet mode and consumes too much catnip, especially by eating it, they might get a temporary mild tummy ache. Think nausea, vomiting, or a little diarrhea. In some rare cases, they might get so hyper that they become a bit clumsy, potentially leading to minor bumps if unsupervised. And on very rare occasions, a cat might get a little too stimulated and show signs of aggression. In extremely rare instances, more serious symptoms like prolonged lethargy, loss of coordination, or even seizures have been reported. If you ever see anything truly concerning or persistent, it's always best to give your vet a quick call. Better safe than sorry. A small pinch of dried catnip or a few fresh sprigs is usually all it takes to get the party started. Using it every few days is ideal. Why? Because kitties can get a bit desensitized, and we want them to keep enjoying the fun. Most cats are actually pretty good at self-regulating. They'll usually turn their nose up at more once they've had their fill, which is a built-in safety mechanism. And to keep your catnip potent and ready for action, always store it in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Those active compounds can lose their zing if left out in the open. Beyond the buzz, surprising catnip superpowers for your feline friend. Catnip isn't just for entertainment. It's actually a secret weapon for getting even the laziest couch potatoes moving. It's fantastic for encouraging play and helping your cat burn off that pent-up energy, which is super important for preventing obesity and keeping their minds sharp, especially for our indoor adventurers. You can use catnip strategically like a positive reinforcement wizard. Sprinkle it on a brand new scratching post to make it irresistible and encourage proper scratching behavior. Or, if your cat dreads their carrier, a little catnip inside can create a positive association, making vet visits or travel much less stressful. For some cats, catnip can even be a calming balm, acting as a mild sedative. This can be incredibly helpful for easing anxiety before stressful events, like long car rides, vet trips, or when introducing new furry or human family members. And for kitties prone to boredom or destructive behaviors, catnip offers a sensory explosion that can redirect their energy. A catnip toy or a sprinkle on a designated play area can work wonders to curb unwanted scratching or furniture climbing. It's like giving them a fun, legal distraction. No reaction? No problem. Amazing catnip alternatives, the secret menu. So your cat is one of the cool, calm, and collected ones who doesn't react to catnip? Don't you fret for a second. There's a whole secret menu of other natural plants that can offer similar stimulating or calming effects, and often they're even more potent for those catnip-immune kitties. First up on our alternative menu, silvervine, also known as matatabi. This plant is often a true game changer, proving more potent than catnip and affecting approximately 80% of cats, including a whopping 75% of those who don't react to catnip. It's packed with multiple active ingredients, including nepentolactol, which basically throws a party in their brain's reward and pleasure centers. Silvervine is safe, non-addictive, and comes in various forms, including chew sticks that are like tiny toothbrushes, helping to break down plaque and tartar for better dental health. Bonus: in Japan, a cat's wiggly response to silvervine is affectionately called the matatabi dance. Get ready for some serious moves. Then there's valerian root. This herb is famous for its mild sedative effects in humans, but for cats it can be surprisingly stimulating when sniffed by about 50% of them, including some catnip non-responders. Its active ingredient is actinidine. A super important caution here: only use valerian products specifically made for cats. Human supplements can hide ingredients, like garlic, that are toxic to our feline friends. Don't let your cat raid your supplement cabinet. Another intriguing option is Tatarian honeysuckle, which also contains actinidine and affects about 50% of cats. This one is strictly an olfactory stimulant, meaning it should never be ingested by cats, as it's not safe to swallow. It typically comes in wood chunks or sprays, so sniff away, but no munching. To help you quickly compare these fascinating plants and find your cat's next favorite thing, here's the lowdown. Catnip, with its main attractant nepentolactone, affects about 70% of cats, causing hyperactivity and playfulness when sniffed, and similar effects or mild sedation when eaten. Silvervine, or matatabi, contains actinidine and nepentolactol, affects about 80% of cats, leading to hyperactivity when sniffed, and drooling, euphoria, meowing, purring, or sleepiness when eaten. Valerian root with actinidine affects about 50% of cats, causing hyperactivity when sniffed, and similar effects to silvervine when eaten. Lastly, Tatarian honeysuckle, also containing actinidine, affects about 50% of cats, causing hyperactivity when sniffed, but is not safe for ingestion. Embrace the catnip journey. So there you have it, FactSpark family. The truth about catnip is a fascinating, hilarious, and sometimes baffling blend of genetics, unique feline biology, plant chemistry, and individual personality. Whether your cat goes full-on wild child, becomes a perfectly mellow Zen master, or just gives you that classic Blake stare, it's all part of the unique charm and incredible diversity of the animal kingdom. Remember to use catnip in moderation, always keep an eye on your cat's individual reaction, and don't hesitate to explore those amazing alternatives like silvervine if your kitty isn't feeling the catnip vibe. It's all about enriching your cat's life, understanding their wonderfully weird quirks, and having a whole lot of fun together. We'd absolutely love to hear your cat's craziest catnip stories. Or, if they're non-responders, tell us what does get them going in the comments section below. And hey, if you learned something new and had a good chuckle, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the FactSpark channel for more deep dives into the wonderful, wild world of pets and nature.